mga bibi ko na hindi bibi ng mga bibi nila. So for today, ang pag-uusapan natin ay mga issues or topic na medyo malapit sa puso ko at medyo sensitive. I am asking you if you can't handle these kinds of talks, please have someone with you. Both of you can process, can have a fruitful discussion, and that para mag-guide tayo. So, bakit? Kasi ang pag-uusapan po natin ngayon is losing someone from suicide. Our suicide rate, nag-increase siya during this pandemic. I think my experience from this could help people. So, bear with me. Again, trigger warning, we're gonna be talking about things about suicide and how I actually move forward. Okay? So, mahirap. That's fact number 1. Mahirap mag-move forward. Bakit? A little background. So, this happened September 26, 2018. 2 years. If before 26 na po-post tong video or after. It was actually a normal day for me. I have my students' rehearsals in front of me and suddenly, nakarinig kami ng tunog ng ambulansya. From that moment, kinabahan na ako. My phone started to ring. Unknown number. Then, I pick it up. I answered the call. Sabi ko, who's this? And then she said, Missy, ano po kasi? She can't continue what she's saying. I asked, yan ba yung sa ambulansya? She said, yes. Then I've asked, nasan sila? Nasa police station sila. So I have to go to the police station. I dismissed my other students who are with me. And then I went to the police station. We are there. The police officer said, DOA na daw. So I had to excuse my people from the station so that we can move forward papunta ng hospital. Pagdating ko sa hospital, I was actually briefed by the doctor, and having a medical background, I understand what she meant. All the fractures, alam niyo yun, yung what happened to him scientifically. And then one thing led from another. I saw myself in the morgue, sa morgue, mag-isa lang. I'm praying continuously. I'm asking the Lord to please revive him, but it did not work. Ang hirap i-accept nung time na yun na wala na talaga, na wala akong nagawa. I didn't cry the whole night because I only want to feel responsible. I want to be responsible. I needed to be responsible. So that night as well, I need to check in with the people so that I can monitor them kasi natatakot ako baka may sumunod, natatakot ako kasi baka maulit. That phone call changed my whole life. It changed the way I look at buildings, sharp objects. It changed the way how I look at simple chats, tweets that are telling you and na malungkot sila. Ang hirap. Sobrang binago nun yung life ko nung tawag na yun. The next day, immediately, I went back to work because I want to work. I can't actually enter my classroom the next day kasi ewan ko, hindi ako makapasok. But being the teacher that I am, I can't cry in the hallway. So I needed to go to the cubicle and cry for a minute and two. And then I started to enter my classroom. And then everything went blank. And I see people crying already. And I started to comfort them, to pray for them until I cannot feel my prayers anymore. Feeling ko nag-start na akong mamanhead. Feeling ko nag-start na akong magalit. We went all throughout the counseling thing, and I said to the counselor, no ma'am, I'm okay, kaya ko to. The night after, I went to the church so that I can talk to some of my accountable people. They listened to me, they prayed for me, we talk about it, pero nung time na yon, ang naramdaman ko na lang talaga galit. Na parang, Lord, bakit sa akin nangyari to? Bakit ako yung, bakit sa akin? Bakit kailangan ako yung nakaka-experience ng ganito and all? And those are the questions that no one can answer. Those are the questions that I didn't want to hear the answers. So I started to isolate myself. I started to distance myself from people. And the reason why I started to distance myself from them is because I felt like people all over me, from school, my friends, alam mo yun, they want me to be better as soon as possible. They are pushing me to be better. Or, they are having a connotation na strong ka naman, okay lang yan. When was experiencing losing someone from suicide okay because you are strong? Kailan yun? I was offended by those remarks. It became something that I hold on so long. Namanhid ako. I really needed to isolate myself from people. And then, After that, after my isolation with them, I needed to push myself to be busy. Kailangan kong maging busy, so I worked twice as hard in the morning. I became drunk and wasted at night. Kasi ayoko nang matulog, hindi ako makatulog, or pag nakakatulog ako, ayoko yung nakikita ko kapag nakapikit yung mata ko. Dumating din yung time na ayoko nang pumasok sa work. Pero, I was reminded that there are students who needed me. For us to get through, I pushed them to join competitions from one competitions to another. I pushed them that we can get through this every day. I will always remind them that. As much as I want to believe that my students needed me, it's actually the other way around. I needed them. I needed my students to keep my sanity. I needed them to keep me moving forward. So it's always gonna be going back to the next generation. So ayokong mauwi ulit doon sa pwesto na nagtatanong ako ng bakit. Pero gusto ko lang i-remind yung sarili ko, kayo, we can prevent those kinds of things from happening if we will be all together, helping one another. A little sensitivity will cost us nothing. Isa yon sa mga bagay na hindi ko makakalimutan. And madami pang bagay ang nangyari sa akin after that. I think I can consider myself na na-trauma ako. For the next generation, I want to be better. It was and still is not easy. It took a lot of energy from me. It cost me so much, my time, my money, my friends, to move forward. So guys, if you are watching this because you want to be better, you are watching this because you want to move forward from losing someone, from suicide, know this: no one can make that decision for you but yourself. So there are 5 things that I did for me to be better, or there are 5 things I am still doing for me to keep moving forward. One is, I started to be accountable with my friends again, or I started to be accountable again with people. So I started to talk to people again. Ayoko nang takasan yung mga tao na tinatanong ako kung kamusta ba ako, kasi hindi ko alam yung sagot. Natuto na ako na kapag kinakamusta ako ng mga tao, ibinabalik ko sa sarili ko yung tanong na kamusta nga ba ako? And then, I will be walking through the process with them kung kamusta ba talaga ako. Accountability is really a big thing. And when we say accountability, you share your what ifs, you share your things na mga pinagdadaanan mo. Pero that doesn't mean that your accountable person will just keep silent. Alam mo yun, tahimik lang siya. Being accountable means you have to be able to open up with corrections, with suggestions, words of affirmations, and comfort. Pero I hope that you find your accountable people. Hindi kailangan ng madami. I hope that if we are accountable with someone, we have to listen to them without judgment. Again, a little sensitivity will cost us nothing. And let's make peace to the fact that there are no such thing as perfect friend, perfect church, perfect people, perfect community. We can be at peace that there are people who would or would not be able to understand you or to hear you at the moment. But it doesn't mean that you are not worth listening for. Hindi ibig sabihin nun, hindi ka worth it pakinggan. Okay? Lahat tayo, tao lang. Limited tayo. Be accountable. Number 2 is, I started to acknowledge that I am not responsible for why it happened and no one is at fault. Kasi ang bigat no? Mga time na feeling ko responsable ako. Ang dami kong winwork out ko yung how do I approach people, ang dami kong binago. I'm not saying na yung mga binago ko is bad, pero I'm saying that it really is a hard process. And up until today, I am still looking forward to be better. But no one is at fault. Okay? Sometimes people made the choice that they have to make because that's what they think is best for them. But at the end of the day, that's their choice. I learned somehow in the process and reminded myself that again, we are all limited and imperfect. We can only do so much. And there are some things that we can actually do for us to help people that are in those kinds of situations or not in stable conditions. Again, listen without judgment. Empathize. Sometimes people know what to do, but they can't just do it because they are waiting for people to be with them in the process. They are waiting for people to listen to them. They are waiting for people to hug them, to secure them that no matter what decision they would make, they will still have those people. And if you are a person in a state of not being stable, I hope and encourage you to have the choice to seek help one step at a time. But I hope help is not too late. Seeking help should not be our last priority. I hope you should acknowledge that you need professional help and act on it. Please, seek help. We cannot do everything on our own. Number 3 is, I started to turn away from old habits I resorted to when I wanted to ease the pain. Okay, old habits, ito yung yan, laging nagiinom, di ba? This was the hardest part. Until today, this is the battle that I am fighting. And I am taking all the time that I need to feel the pain, name the pain, and deal with the pain. Because pain should be dealt. Pain should be processed. Pain should be felt. Hindi ito dapat tinatakbuhan tapos mawawala na. No. Okay? You have to name your pain. Don't let other people name it for you. Your pain, your healing. I hope we remind ourselves every day that we don't need band-aid solutions, like some bad habits to cover our pain superficially. Okay? We need to be able to understand that we need to remove the root cause of what pain are we encountering. The emotions, the feelings, the situations, lahat ng nag-ugat at nag-branch out na bunga or sanga ng sakit na yon, kailangan natin tanggalin yung ugat para mag-start tayong mag-heal, para mag-start tayong mag-move forward. We need long-term solutions to target the root of our pain for a better physical and mental health. Number 4, I started to deal with my issues spiritually, emotionally, and medically. May 2019, I found actually myself in a psych trauma clinic. You know, it took me almost a year bago fully magpa-check up kasi nga yung mindset ko na inimplant na sa akin ng mga tao ay strong ako, kaya ko to. Alam mo yon. Though there are people who are telling me to ask help and seek help medically. I love you guys for telling me that. A strong Carmela have been in a psych trauma clinic. So, mental health problems are not something we can just pray in one night and boom, wala na. Okay, I'm a Christian. I believe prayer works. But mental health is not something that you just pray away. If you want to pray for your mental health, don't stop praying. More especially, we need to be reminded that prayer works greatly with wisdom. Okay? The Lord didn't anoint doctors for nothing. Hindi nag-exist ang mga doktor para lang sa wala, okay? They are there because there are people who are sick. I learned in my first counseling session that I have to try finding a healthier habit. And as they said, faith without action is dead. So, isa pa yun sa struggles natin, no? Pag Kristiyano ka, parang bawal maging mahina. Pag Kristiyano ka, bawal maging hindi nagpe-pray. Pag Kristiyano ka, bawal maging alam mo yon, bawal maging ganito, bawal maging ganyan, kasi ano na lang sasabihin ng mga tao dahil Kristiyano ka. Kristiyano ka, pero lagi mong tandaan, tao ka pa rin, okay? Nakakaramdam, nakakasakit, nagkakamali. We all fall short in the glory of God. Again, faith without action is dead. Huwag kang panghinaan ng loob na dahil nagawa mo na to or feeling mo hindi ka na makakabangon ulit. No, the grace of the Lord is sufficient. The grace of the Lord is unlimited. We may be limited as person, pero si Lord, unlimited yan. Kahit ilang beses pa tayong tumakbo, hihilahin at hahawakan niya pa rin tayo pabalik. Again, medical solutions are not meat. Hindi ito pamahiin, hindi ito haka-haka, hindi ito isang alamat lang. Medical solutions are real, okay? It is a must. Mental health issues are real. Whether you're a Christian or you're not a Christian, it's real. The acceptance that I am wired strong all through the years was the same acceptance I made that I am in pain and even strong people need help. I cannot emphasize this enough. Seeking help is a sign of strength and not of weaknesses. And may we all have the strength to seek help. Again, you are not weak in seeking help. Number 5, I started to truly understand that no one can make that decision for me to be better. Decision mo yon. Decision natin yon para maging better. I acknowledge the fact that being better will take time and may even take a lifetime. So again, your own pace, one step at a time. No one is forcing you to be okay in just a snap and just a minute. Give yourself the time to feel the pain. Give yourself the time to process everything. Ask medical help. Ask people to be with you in the process. Ask them to remind you that you can do it. na mahirap pero kakayanin. Okay? We have to, alam mo yon, hindi natin kailangan i-detach yung sarili natin sa reality na mahirap. Okay? Kasi mahirap talaga. Again, until today, I'm still healing, I'm still moving on, and I'm still moving forward. I hope these kinds of things help for you. And if you are watching this and you also lost someone from suicide, let us not allow the way they died be the last memory we had to them. Let us be reminded how they smile, what's their passion, their love, and how they live their lives. Let's be reminded of how good they were, or how lucky or thankful or blessed we are when we cross paths with them. If you're watching this and you feel like you are on the edge of collapse, that every day it's just hard to just get back on your feet and get, alam mo yon, get started, restart, and everything. Remember that there is no shame in seeking help. Again, there is no shame in seeking help. That is a right you must find, or that is a right you must remind yourself. You have the right to get all the help that you actually need. For all of us wounded soldiers, if we feel like we are broken into pieces, I personally believe that something is broken is best fixed by the one who created it. And us being broken beings are best fixed by the one who actually created us. And you know what's the good news? The Creator won't just fix our heart. He will actually give us a new one. We may be limited, again, but He is not limited. Take heart. It may take a time for us to be okay. It may take a time for us to be better. But the time will come, just like the rising and resting of the sun. Healing will come in the form of grace, hope, and love. Our healing will come, and we have to get it with all our might. Take courage. You are not alone. Take heart. The Lord is with you. That's it. I hope you've learned a lot from this. Always remember that prayer should not paralyze you, but it should empower you. And do what you can and let God do what you can. Gagaling din tayo. We will all be better. We can move forward every day, and we will decide to move forward every day. That's it, everyone. I hope you had a great day today. Bye.